Welcome. This is Module 1, Getting Started with UI 4.3. Throughout this training, I will refer to User Interface 4.3 as UI 4.3. Now, let's take a look at what you will learn in this module. You will learn how to access UI 4.3. You will learn how to properly log in and log out. And finally, you will be prepared to effectively use UI 4.3 in your daily tasks. As you might already know, UI 4.3 is a web version, so it is accessible online. So locate your internet browser. That's the first thing you need to do. And in your browser, you're going to type the URL for Datatel UI 4.3, which is https://ui.utbtsc.edu and enter. This is going to take you to the main page for the Datatel UI 4.3. As you can see, there's two buttons right here, the UI 4.3 production and UI 4.3 test. It's the same thing with Datatel desktop. So you're going to be using UI 4.3 production. Click on that. This is going to open your login window, and you're going to need two logins to access UI 4.3. The first login is your user single your single user login, which you use for your email. So type that username, which should be your initials and your ID number and your password. Then click login or enter. This is going to take you to your Datatel login window. It's downloading. So give it a few seconds for it to load. Like I said, in this, you need to enter your Datatel login. So enter your login and password, and then click on Login. It is a little bit slower, so it's not taking my password. So I'm going to go ahead and enter it again. There. It seems like it's going. Now, this is going to take you to UI 4.3. There. As you log into UI 4.3, a message window appears. It's just letting you know that beginning September the 20th, the Datatel desktop will no longer be available. So in other words, you will need to use Datatel UI 4.3 to access anything or to perform your daily tasks. So just click OK to close the message. And the next thing you will see is the Datatel Quick Tour for Colleague UI 4.3. My advice is that you view this tour, which provides you with a lot of helpful hints and information to UI 4.3, its features, but we will be covering this as well throughout the training. But I recommend that you still view the tour. It is very helpful information. For now, you can click on Don't Show Me Again and click on Close, so you don't have to see the tour anymore. Now, the next time you log in, you will not see that tour anymore because you click Do Not Show Me Again. But if later on you want to go back and view the tour, it is available under the Help menu and Quick Tour. So if you click there, you'll see it there again. But for now, let's just close it. Now, since I had already enabled all my settings, I had no difficulties logging into UI 4.3. But I will show you what to do in case you encounter difficulties when you are trying to log into UI 4.3. Let's go back to the internet. If when you type the URL, it does not let you to access it or even click on production. What you want to do is modify your settings. So the first thing you want to do is go to Tools. You're going to go to Pop-up Blocker, and within Pop-up Blocker there is a Pop-up Blocker settings. Select that, and here you're gonna either type or copy the URL above. Well, actually, since I'm already there, I'm gonna have to type it. So I will type the URL, the same URL that I did when I logged in. So I would type it and add it. Then just close. This will allow me to access the UI 4.3 production. Now, while you're at this page, the one thing you also want to do is add the URL or this page to your favorites. This way, in case you forget the URL or you decide not to memorize it, you'll have it under favorites. So the first thing you want to do is locate your favorites, which in my case I have it in my menu. You might have a star over here at the bottom of the toolbar, and just go ahead and locate your favorites and click on Add to Favorites. This is going to open up a window which is going to provide you with a defaulted name of DataTel User Interface 4.3. You can either use that name, or you can type your own as long as it's relevant and to you, and you'll be able to remember the page. So you can either use UI 4.3 and just click Add. What this is going to do is going to add this page to your favorites. So if you go to your favorites, it's going to be at the very bottom of your favorites right here. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to show you that by clicking on that favorites that you just created, there's no need of you having to type that URL address. It's going to automatically pop up that DataTel UI 4.3 page. Now let's take a look at what resources are available for you as a user. DataTel has kindly provided you with a quick tour video, which was available as you logged in. But aside from that, they also provide you with additional resources right here from this screen. And let me show you what I mean. If you go to the Help button here, click on DataTel Documentation. What this is going to do is going to take you to the DataTel web page. So click on that, and this takes you directly to their web page. Now, before you can access any material or resources provided by DataTel, you have to log in. So just scroll down on this page, and you're going to be able to see that you need to enter a username and password. Now, the username and password to DataTel is very unique. Your username is actually your email address. So go ahead and type in your email address. And your password is your DataTel password. Click on Login. This will allow you to access any reference material, documentation, and or webinars provided by DataTel. As mentioned, this page provides you with different documentation and resources to you as a user. The one I want you to look at is the menu in the left. As you can see, there's several documentation provided, but I want you to click on the link called Colleague User Interface Documentation, since UI 4.3 is what we're looking at. Scroll down on this page, and you will see a list of the different resources available for UI or user interface. The one I want you to look at is the Guide to User Interface 4.3, which is the version we're currently on right now. So click on that. This will allow you to download or open a copy of the Guide to User Interface 4.3. Now click on Download, and this is going to allow you to either open or save a copy of the Guide to User Interface 4.3. The guide will be in PDF format, and for this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Open. As you can see, this is the copy to the guide to UI 4.3. It is a very detailed guide which provides you with a lot of information. So my recommendation to you is to actually save a copy. If you opened it, just click on File, Save a Copy. Select the file where you want to save this document. Look at the name. If you want to leave this defaulted name, go ahead and just click on Save. But for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and cancel since I already have a copy of this guide. Now, what I want to show you are the additional resources available for UI 4.3. So at this page, scroll back up and click on Products and Services. Then click on Products. In this page, you want to scroll all the way down and click on Products A through Z. This is going to provide you a listing in alphabetical order of all the products available by DataTel. So scroll down and locate User Interface 4. Click on it. Now this is going to take you to the page where all the resources available for User Interface 4.3 are listed. So if you scroll down at this page, take a look at the menu at the left. You are provided with actually a brochure that you can download regarding UI 4.3. If you continue to scroll down, there's also updates provided to on the products and services because DataTel is very supportive of this version. It provides us with product and services updates. If you go down, there's also a series of webinars, several webinars that you can look at on UI4. My recommendation is for you to take a look at these webinars. This may be very helpful. Now I'm back on UI 4.3 to show you the last thing I want to cover in this module, and that is how to properly log out from UI 4.3. You do not want to click on this X even though it will close the screen. And the reason is that your session will remain active. And the more you do this, the more sessions you will have active under your name. What this will cause is that the ACE department will contact you or your supervisor and let them know that you have several sessions active. And this will probably delay accessibility to UI 4.3. So how do you properly log out? Well, there is a log out button right here on your screen. All you do is click on log out, and this will take you directly to the DataTel UI 4.3 page. One last thing I want to mention is if your UI 4.3 session remains inactive for a period of time, DataTel will automatically log you out and bring you back to this main page, where you will have to again click on UI 4.3 production and log in with your DataTel username and password. Before you can continue with Module 2, it's time to assess what you have learned. So complete Assignment 1 and Quiz 1. Make sure you follow instructions carefully. Also, remember that you can request a one-to-one session with the trainer if needed.